As Democrats, what are we fighting for? For the workers, for the dreamers and asylum seekers, for the mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters, for those with disabilities, As Democrats, what are we fighting for? For the workers, for the dreamers and asylum seekers, for the mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters, for those with disabilities, for seniors, for healthcare, for the planet, for our bodies, for equality, for love, for education, for safer schools, neighborhoods, and communities, for a secure retirement, for opportunity, for a fair wage, for veterans and Gold Star families, for the forgotten, for our values, for truth, for progress, for our democracy, for our country, for our future. We are the party of the people. We are Democrats.
So excited that you are all able to join us today. We are going to start today off by talking to Dan Beckshaw, the DNC's head of financial strategy. And then a little bit later on, we'll be hearing from Jamie Harrison, the Democratic candidate for US Senate in South Carolina. So as I mentioned, Dan is the head of financial strategy for the Democratic National Committee. And what that means is that he oversees fundraising strategy and resource allocation for the 2020 election cycle. That is a big job. And what makes him particularly interesting to talk to right now is that prior to the DNC, he served as the budget director for Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign in 2016 and has a really unique perspective on how the preparedness and infrastructure of the DNC since 2016 is making an impact, a big impact on the campaign this year. So with that, I want to welcome Dan to the call.
Thank you very much, Lauren. And thank you to everyone who's joining. I think, as Lauren said, I did 2016, now this is 2020. And I think the biggest difference is all of you. This group, I think in 2016 would have been a lot smaller. And so the fact that there's so many people on today is awesome and kind of a sign of the grassroots energy that we have this cycle. So very excited to be with you.
And I would just echo, I think every single person on this call has been a big, big part of this work. I am so excited to be able to report back on all of those investments. I think we've got some monthly sustainers on the call, people who have been giving a monthly donation for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, even 20 years. We have a little bit of a running joke here at the DNC that some of our monthly donors have been giving and supporting the party longer than some of our newest employees have been alive. So that is some serious commitment, and we are just so, so grateful. And very excited to be able to talk about how we are utilizing those investments. So Dan, I think the main question that we got when we solicited questions for this call is, how is what we're doing this year different from 2016? I think we all have those memories of election night 4 years ago that provokes a lot of anxiety. And I think that's what is on a lot of folks' mind right now is 2020, what is different? What are we doing? How are we leaving it all on the field? So from your perspective in your role, what are you seeing and how 2020 has been different from 2016 in terms of preparation and resources?
So I think I will tell you that, November 8th, 2016 was probably one of the worst days of my life, I will say. We woke up the next morning, or I didn't really go to sleep that night. And I think when I kind of got out of the haze a few weeks later, I think there was a few things that I personally thought we could do differently. The work had to start immediately to try and win in 2020. And a big part of that was...
It's Abby. I'm popping to just stop here at you. For some reason, it's not live on YouTube. So we're just going to reset and start again. Sorry about that. Hang tight. I'll count you in and we're going to just rewind, say all of that great stuff again. Hang tight.
Stable.
afraid to talk.
I don't, did anyone hear what we said before? Because I might just change everything I said.
You guys are good to talk and nobody heard it because it's not live on YouTube. We're having some issues with YouTube right now. So, but you can talk right now. I'll come on and tell you before we are live.
Got it.
Great. That was just our dry run.
That was good practice. Now I feel like my eyes were looking down and I need to look up.
I don't know how to stop doing that.
It's really hard. You have to kind of like not look at anything and just look at the camera, that little green circle.